Well, now we have a D16zc. It's fully built, meaning it has P29 pistons, ACL race bearings and all that, and even equipped with the Skunk 2 cam. That's really cool because we always run a Crowler, so we're gonna check this, check all the specifications and actually degree it. And look here, we're gonna unbox the cam with you because it's brand new. Look at that. Oh yeah. And the block is already fully machined, bored and honed, and also we'll be porting the head, so definitely this series is just right for you. Alright, first of all, our new page is up and running, so like and follow the page. We'll have the link in the description below, and you can see we have the price list there pinned on the post. This way, it's transparency all the way, people can see that. And here we even post reels on what we're doing daily on the shop, like porting ahead. This is P08, and also we talk about why or how we make the gaskets and all that, and including this one. We're disassembling another D16Y8 and we've yet to make a video for it, but we're already posting it on the page, so everything is updated over there and we can discuss all the things at the comments and all that. And even this engine, as it arrived, here it is. And we are still SRDmotorsports. The number 2 on the page just signifies it because I couldn't make another name because the old page is still not yet pulled down. So like and follow the page, guys. I'll see you there. Now let's continue. Now the setup comprises of a 75.5 millimeter bore P29 because the owner decided to have it bored and honed. This way the fresh bore is gonna be good, and it's done by Edmel. So it has ACL bearings, ERP fasteners all the way. And yes, look at the block. It's all cleaned up, it's all ready. After we cleaned it thoroughly because it came from the machine shop, just to be sure there's no debris, now it's ready. So now let's look at this. We have done a lot of SOC VTEC builds, but mostly it's on Crowler stage 2 or stage 3. But this time the owner decided to get a Skunk 2 stage 2. So that's really interesting because we know on the B series and the K series, Skunk 2 does really good. So hey, let's unbox the cam because it's brand new. Let's check it out. Here we go. At least this time it's brand new and not secondhand or, you know, resold, like with all the missing pieces. And here, the cam card is here, so this is gonna be handy for later. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now let's put this aside. Let's check out the cam because it's new. I like checking this out when because it's brand new. This is fun, right? All right. Let's check the cam. Okay, we'll be careful. All right. Let's look at it close. Oh yes, the quality is really good. This quality is definitely Skunk 2. Look at that. The core is good and the finish is even better. All right, let's put this back on the box. Let's keep it snug for later when we need it or when we're gonna assemble it for this time. Now let's go back to the block and go. After thoroughly cleaning the block with mineral spirits and then solvent, now you can see the bore finish is really good. This is 75.5 millimeter bore, so it's 0.5 oversized. This is gonna be really good and straight because the machining is all done by Edmel. Now let's turn the block and show you guys. Look at that, so clean. Yes, this was sandblasted. That's why we thoroughly cleaned it after. Okay, now let me unclip the phone and show you guys. Yes, the bearing saddles are all good and fresh. Now, it's time to assemble it. Now, let's go with the ACL race main bearing. Let's go, let's go. And also, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. This way you get updated every time we have a new upload, especially on this series because this is what you want and what you like, right? So, hey, let's go. And also, like the video because it helps show the algorithm more activity. This way it gets spread out to a wider audience, so there's gonna be more of us, right? It's gonna be fun, so let's go. Okay, now here we spray it a bit with carb cleaner. This way the bearing saddles are clean and from any dirt. So we're gonna wipe it with a paper towel just to be sure, because sometimes, we'll just have a bit of dirt or debris flying into it, and it's gonna be there in the saddle when you install the bearing. So we gotta make sure this is clean. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, now it's clean. Yep, squeaky clean. Look at that. We already cleaned it, but see, there's still dirt. Now back to the workbench. We get the ACL raised main bearings first. Then we put the rod bearings aside, but that's for later. All right. We remove the plastic. This way, when you assemble, it's gonna be easier for me, at least, because it takes a while. Or this shrink wrap is kind of thick, so you gotta prepare it like this. This way, it's gonna be easier work later on. All right. Now there's open. Now we cut this open. The thrust washers, always new, because it's actually cheap. So why skimp out on the cheap part that's gonna affect your oil pressures? So hey, gotta always run new thrust washers. All right. Aside from rebuilding and blueprinting the oil pump, but we'll do that later on, because we're gonna work on everything here. All right. There you go. Brand new. Okay. Now let's go back to the engine. Let's go. Let's go. Let me grab this. Okay. And oh yeah, of course, the assembly lube. Now onto the engine stand. Here we install the main bearings on the block. Yes. And then assembly lube. Yes, sir. All right. Wait, time lapse is good. It takes a long time. Now let me unclip the phone and show you guys. Oh yes. Sorry about that. Now the crank is ready. So we drop in the crankshaft. Let me clip the phone back. Okay, we drop in the crank here and we put the thrust washer there. Wait, let me just check and double check it's properly in the girdle. All right. Hand tight all of it so that it's secure in, proper sequence, or at least, secured well. Now here we go. Get it hand tight properly. And then we can go to the step one. Here, it's 18 feet-pounds torque. And this is quick, so we're not gonna time lapse this. We're gonna do all of it and it's in one sequence. All right. Oh yes, the clicking sound is very addicting. All right. Get all the main studs or main bolts secure for the first step. All right. There, the last one. Okay. And then we time lapse the step two, and then now here's on the step three is 47 feet-pounds torque. Oh, yeah, clicks louder now. Yes. All right. And pardon me, we didn't get the time lapse the rest, but here we are, double checking. It's all 47 and good here. Check it with the click. It's all good. All right. That's how you check it, just to make sure, that we got it accurately and properly. Check it, just one click. You don't have to torque it or tighten it. Just when it clicks, let go. All right, there. We also do this to the head studs just to be sure. Okay, now it's good. Let me turn the crank and let me see how it is. Oh yeah, this. And you remember, this has assembly lube. Is instead of regular oil. If it had regular oil, it would probably spin lighter. But here you can see I'm just using my hands, not even a socket wrench or not even a ratchet, and it turns. Oh, this is gonna be good. Yeah. Okay, now let's turn it upside up, right side up. Sorry. So now it's gonna be okay. Wait, make sure it's all clean and all that, because if you let it stay upside down, assembly lube might go there. I mean, we still wipe it before we install the pistons, but you know what I mean. Just make sure. Alright, back to the workbench. As posted earlier at the page, we did a template for the intake gasket for this head, because the owner, actually this is currently going to run a P08 intake manifold with a B16 throttle, but the owner is considering a Skunk 2 intake manifold, the Pro Series, and I told him that is fine because we'll have the template this way. When he decides to go with the Skunk 2, we'll still be able to port match it into this head that we're porting. So hey, that's good, right? The owner also left us his S20 transmission for inspection, so we checked it up, and also for a few mods and tricks that we do on transmissions, because this is gonna be an open differential, no LSD. So we're gonna do tricks to it. This way it's gonna run good, it's gonna provide good traction for him when he races it in Clark. Now onto the porting bench. Let me show you guys this. We're gonna start with the 80 grit. We're gonna start working on the bowls of the intake. Okay, we time lapse this. We're gonna blend it first just to see the deep sections or the deep ridges, and we avoid trying to make it even deeper and skewing the port to the weird shape. As you can see here, we're on the exhaust now. We're starting cleaning it up, and you can see here, and also on the intake is almost shaped up. And let me show you guys closer here. You can see the exhaust now is all done, well, initially with 80 grit on the bowl. You can still see the ledge or the ridge inside the deeper section for on the core shift. We don't really touch that because it's gonna bend the port. And you can see here in the intake, it's also there, right? They are too deep, so you don't have to really port that much. Okay, now as we blend this further, here we are, look. Here we are on the intake. It's halfway done, but you can see where we're headed to, right? You can see the bowl blending is really good, or is there the focus. You can see the short turn is going really good, right? And also the divider and the port sidewalls. And you can see we haven't really hogged out the whole port. The core shift is still there, the visible lines, but we're not porting it too large, and we'll still go about maybe 2 or 3 times more on the 80 grit on this intake, and then smooth it out until we get the finish that we're gonna show you after. And here on the exhaust, you can see, let me close it up with you. There, you can see the shape is really getting there. It's starting to look really good and streamlined. So this is gonna have good airspeed, therefore letting the engine produce more torque. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can see the core shift behind the seat, below the seat, sorry, by the bowl, before the throat. We're not really porting that much or porting that out because it's gonna end up being too big or too large. And that's gonna skew the port airspeed, and of course the shape is gonna be not ideal. So we're gonna stick to that and then make it really good. For more of the port work that we do on a D16z6 or a P08 head, you can click here. Well, actually, the link will be in the description below on this video that we made about porting a D16z6 head. And also now let me talk about this. We try to share a lot of things that we do at the shop for the people, like let's say for the guys in Jamaica, like Ecuador, and even the US. Of course, it's to help them get more ideas and whatnot on what they do, because they actually do it themselves. But locally, I'm not really promoting a DIY for the locals, and some people would ask why I don't. It's because a lot of people here locally would do DIY, not because it's what they like, it's because they're trying to save cost, and that's really detrimental to doing a project because you're making shortcuts, and that's not really good. I mean, I know someone who won't admit it but keeps spinning rod bearings because he keeps doing DIY, and shops like, let's say, above 500 RPM is owned by Ednel Heshan. The shop is good. He's a good guy. He actually is from Area Racing, and I'm from H3 Autoworks. They're rival teams, but for me to say that he's good, that means he's really good. So hey, why not, right? You can bring your car there. And also staging lanes up in Las Piñas. Vanny, their builder, is just an OG. He's been doing it for a long time and is doing it well and have several records under his belt. So hey, why not, right? And also this Honda Lab, they do most of the work that you need, from tune-up to top overhaul to even engine overhaul, and they do ECU tuning. So hey, you can take it to them. These are all their pages in Facebook. I'll try to put the link on the description below so you guys can check it out. Okay, the owner already got this header. I know some of you guys will say he could use a better header, and I actually agree. You know, there's a better header out there, but we're gonna actually modify this or mod this to try to make it even more efficient and to make more power. So let's see, because this engine is gonna dyno. And here's a picture of the owner's car he showed me earlier. Here, all his parts before he brought it here. And it's gonna be on an EK 4-door, an actual VTI. So this is gonna be really cool when he races in Clark in the modal event in September 16 and 17. So that'll be cool. So now here, he also got most of his parts like the ARP rod bolts, the ARP head studs, and all the other stuff like cam gears from Downshift Supply here. And you can check their link in the description below for their page. So next up is set the ring gaps on the piston rings and prepare the piston and the piston rings, of course, and stretch the rod bolts once installed. So once that video is done, you can of course click it here.